Today, we will dive right in to this video with a question. Was Aladdin a narcissist? Now, as you ponder on that question for a minute, some people right away say no. Some people would, ponder on it, and some persons would conclude definitely, most definitely. Now, we don't have hard evidence for this. We can't prove this as fact, but like I discussed in one of my previous videos about identifying narcissists in conversation, we can kind of, pick up on narcissistic traits just by something a person says or a string of, words or sentences that a person puts together. You can kind of, pick up on where generally on the spectrum of NPD a person might be. I'm going to analyze in this video the lyrics of the theme song from Aladdin, once a Disney movie and at one time also a TV series with episodes. I'm going to start with verse 1. I will put the lyrics on the screen and then I'll analyze the lyrics from there, starting with verse 1. Now, verse 1, in my opinion, I feel can be identified as the love bombing stage because as we go through the lines in verse 1, you'll see why I feel that way. So let's go through it. The line says, I can show you the world, shining, shimmering, splendid. Tell me, princess, now when did you last let your heart decide? My breakdown is that when Aladdin says these lines, what he's actually saying, my translation is right here, he's future faking. He's trying to impress the princess, asking specific questions. He's trying to gather information here. He wants to learn about her desires, her needs, her weaknesses, her vulnerabilities, perhaps. I feel here he's encouraging her to question and doubt her logic and her reasoning skills. He wants her to let down her guard and lean on her emotions or follow her heart. Because, that line that says shining, shimmering, splendid, if you've been through a couple of life experiences that shook you, gave you a wake up call to reality, you realize that all that glitters is not gold. So that's how I interpret that first verse. And the second verse says, I can open your eyes, take you wonder by wonder, over, sideways, and under on a magic carpet ride. Verse 2 can help us to remember that narcissists are snakes in the grass of life. They operate from a reptilian brain or primitive brain or from their lower consciousness. Even the snake in the Garden of Eden, said to the woman that her eyes would be opened once she went against the supreme being or against her inner knowing. So the snake convinced Eve to eat from the apple and she'd know everything. This is how the narcissist operates. They would turn you sideways by having you question and undermine your own values, your beliefs, your dreams, your boundaries, your friendships, your relationships. It says over, sideways, and under. They have you questioning, undermining. When they gaslight you, when they begin to gaslight you, they take you wonder by wonder by showing you the way they think and presenting their perspective to you and twisting your mind, in all types of different directions and angles. That's how they pretend to open your eyes, just like the snake in the story of Adam and Eve in the garden and how they were deceived. Also, the last line about the magic carpet ride, I feel like this is just a metaphor for the illusion the narcissist presents to you as a relationship. Quote unquote. Narcissists give you this false sense of security, and when they're done with you, they basically pull the rug from under you. You're left flat on your butt, confused, dizzy, disoriented, just wondering what happened. So that's that magic carpet ride. You get souped around. It's an illusion, it's magic. To pull that magic carpet from under you, because I think there are about 8 verses here to go. So let's move on to verse 3. Verse 3 says, a whole new world, a new fantastic point of view, No one to tell us no or where to go or say we're only dreaming. Yes, the narcissist exists in an alternate reality. He's taking you in a whole new world. That's his world, his fantasy world. And like in the verse says, a new fantastic point of view, his point of view. The narcissist takes you where they are in control, where they are the emperor. They have elected themselves emperor. They have put themselves as the leader, as the head, even though they initially pretend that you're the one they have on a pedestal, but that's just the higher you are, the harder you fall. So they appoint themselves the king, they're the judge, they're the ruler, like I said, and they have their enablers or flying monkeys who are technically the Secret Service or the allies of the narcissist. They're their military power, their defense mechanism, people who back them up, who support them, who assist them when trying to hoover targets back in. And then everyone else, the targets and such, are the subjects and the enemies of the narcissist, particularly if you have discarded the narcissist, left the relationship, you now become the enemy. But otherwise, you were once the subject, the person that served the narcissist. So, in their alternate reality, in their fantasy world, that's where the narcissist wants to introduce you to their fantastic point of view. Because it's their way or the highway. They feel like they know it all. They want to feel like they're above you, despite deep, deep down inside them feeling below you, actually, particularly the vulnerable narcissist. Let's move on through that verse. No one to tell us no or where to go or say we're only dreaming. So you'll be living from the narcissist outlook or point of view, perspective. The narcissist wants to isolate you. This is where they can do as they wish to you. They can change your reality or alter your reality, prop their own reality up, their false reality. The narcissist is the only one making all the rules in this fantasy world. The rules never apply to them, of course. They want to get you into their fantastic point of view, into their world, far away from anyone that may show you reason and logic or say that we're only dreaming. They don't want to be exposed. They just want to have you under their control. And the fourth verse says, a whole new world, a dazzling place I never knew. But when I'm way up here, it's crystal clear that now I'm in a whole new world with you. This fourth verse I interpret as this is what narcissists say in every relationship or interaction with them. They behave as if the new supply is the love they have never known, the love that they have never experienced. They give off this image or impression that they'll die for this new love. They abandon everything for this new, shiny new love, who's their supply. The new supply trumps, everything else that's going on in their life at that time. And a narcissist unfailingly get bored with the old supply. Just like a cat, playing with a lame mouse or a maimed mouse that they had hurt. Eventually they leave it there, they get bored. And narcissists, they come off as they would fight to the death for a promising new source of supply. Narcissists feel like they're on cloud nine, where it says, a dazzling place I never knew. I'm way up here, it's so crystal clear, I'm in a whole new world with you. They feel like, they're on cloud nine with this new supply. They're floating into the air. They're having this out of body experience. They feel like they're seeing clearly now because they're delusional. That's why they feel like they're seeing clearly now. They always feel like they're seeing clearly, particularly when they're getting into a new interaction with a new supply. They enter this whole new world with a new fake identity. They feel like it's so crystal clear now. They've abandoned their past. They've escaped their past. They ran away from it. They're in a whole new world with you, and they're on cloud nine. So that's, them being way up here and in a place they never knew. So that's verse 4. Let's move on to verse 5. Verse 5 says, unbelievable sights, indescribable feeling, soaring, tumbling, freewheeling through an endless diamond sky. With a narcissist, you definitely will not believe what you are actually seeing. They're right about unbelievable sights, indescribable feeling. You won't believe what you're feeling or seeing with a narcissist because when they start flirting with somebody else in your presence, when you see them actually kissing someone else, when you see their pics on social media, indescribable feeling of confusion, of utter disbelief on the stuff they say and they do, the frustration you feel, the anger, the bitterness, all of that cognitive dissonance you're about to feel or you felt, feeling just sick to your stomach because of the stuff you've witnessed or seen. Roller coaster of emotions that is just dizzying. The spinning effects of gaslighting and all the lies that make you feel crazy. And let's not forget the endless diamond sky. Isn't that what it says in that verse? Let's see. Indescribable sights, unbelievable sights, indescribable feelings, soaring, tumbling, freewheeling. Yeah, that roller coaster ride of emotions through the endless diamond sky. Yes, so the endless diamond sky. For some of you who are probably looking to get engaged or married someday to the narcissist and you were like in a relationship with them for years and you have not even got a ring yet or anything like that, not even sure that's going to happen. It's like they're taking you on this illusion ride, magic ride to the sky. And it's an endless diamond sky. Of course, it's metaphor for the stars in the sky, and hold this carrot stick in front of you, this fake future faking, fake future, and you're just going through this endless diamond sky, and you're witnessing all of these other people who've received their diamond or advertisements of diamonds, and you can't even get one to slip on your hand, yet the sky is endless. So that's kind of how I interpreted that part. Because you're on an illusion ride. That's why. You're just zooming through the sky, watching everyone else's life. You're going to have to get off that magic carpet and take control of your life and steer your own life in the direction you want it to go, not just be taken for a crazy ride. That's because narcissists continue to move the goalposts, and you're just going to continue to be insecure and not sure with the narcissist. Soaring, tumbling, freewheeling on this illusionary carpet. So let's look at verse 6. Verse 6 says, "A whole new world. Don't you dare close your eyes. 100,000 things to see. Hold your breath. It gets better. I'm like a shooting star. I've come so far. I can't go back to where I used to be." So this one is pretty easy. It's a whole new world. Don't you dare close your eyes. So they don't want you to close your eyes because they don't want you to miss the incredible crap show that they're about to take you on. They're about to drag you through. They don't want you to close your eyes and take your eyes off of them. They don't want you to miss a moment of their buffoonery. They don't want you to take any attention away from them. They want you to focus on them. Don't focus on yourself, your progress. Don't focus on your life, your goals, your dreams. Don't focus on your family or friends. Focus on them. So they don't want you to close your eyes in their world that they have dragged you into. There's so much to see with all the endless manipulations, all the abuse. It just gets worse. That's why they say in this verse, it says that 100,000 things to see. Hold your breath. It gets better. Yes, it gets better for them and worse for you. It gets better because they have you exactly where they want you eventually. They can extract more and more supply from you. The more they devalue you, the closer to the discard you get. That's when, you become frantic. You become so much more reactive, bitter and angry, confused, just feeling disillusioned. And you're starting to wake up to the fact of the disillusionment. And so it gets worse for you, but it gets better for the narcissist. That's why they're telling you to hold your breath and the 100,000 things you're about to see. Things that you didn't even imagine that one person can put on you. They're a shooting star that have come so far. So the narcissist is saying here that they want you to see how fast they can disappear. They're like a shooting star. They're telling you. The narcissists often do this. They're telling you who they really are. They're like, I'm like a shooting star I've come so far. I can't go back to where I used to be. They're telling you that in a twinkling of an eye, they're gone. That's how fast they are, like a shooting star. And just as quick as they appear, they could disappear out of the night sky or out of your view, out of your life. They leave a trail of destruction behind them. Like when you see a shooting star, there's, a trail of glitter or sparkle or light behind them, energy behind them. They leave this trail of destruction behind them. That's what the narcissist does, like a shooting star, disappear out of your life with a trail of destruction behind them. The destruction is like all of the other lives and torment they have left in other person's lives, other romantic relationships, other family members and friends. So that they're telling you who they are. I've come so far, I can't go back to where I used to be. Yeah, because with every new target, the narcissist is a long way from where they used to be. Like I said, the trail of destruction, like the domino effect or the chain reaction. They can't go back. They can't face, narcissists don't want to face the destruction they've done, the bad things they've left behind. They don't want to take accountability. That's not something they do. They can't take accountability. They just move. They move from city to city, town to town, or state to state, even hop from country to country, just trying to avoid risking being exposed and having to take accountability. They're the two things that narcissists don't do. They don't want to be exposed and they're not taking accountability. And they do whatever it takes in their power to get away from and escape these two factors. Let's look at verse 7. A whole new world, every turn a surprise, with new horizons to pursue, every moment. Red letter. I'll chase them anywhere. There's time to spare. Let me share this whole new world with you. Narcissists can surely say this again. Every turn a surprise. Oh, yes, we can guarantee that. They want you to be surprised on every turn. Be surprised that, oh, yeah, they maxed out your credit card. Be surprised that, they got your best friend knocked up or pregnant. They got you fired. Every turn a surprise in their world. And they have new horizons to pursue. Translation, they have new supply to pursue. That's their new horizon. There's always a new supply on the horizon that they're looking for. There's always a horizon for the narcissist. There's always the grass is greener on that other side of that horizon for the narcissist. Right? So, and there's snakes in the grass. Snakes will slither. So that's where narcissists are always focused on heading to that new supply, that new hit, that new high. Every moment, a red letter. Basically, a red letter or scarlet letter is or denotes the fact that, you won't forget it. It's going to be memorable, right? It's something you will note for a long time to come. Narcissists do that. They have stamps that they leave in your life that you won't forget. You'll always have it to refer back to. It'll always stick out in your mind like a sore red thumb. And they'll chase that new supply anywhere. That's what it says. I'll chase them anywhere. There's time to spare. So narcissists will chase a new supply. As far as they have to go, they have to leave, abandon their family, leave their town, whatever they have to do. If they have to be traitors to a best friend or whatever, they will have to do that, especially if the new supply seems promising and that the new supply has potential to become primary supply if you discard them someday or for the time they want to discard you. It says, let me share this whole new world with you. See, narcissists, they have time to spare to share their whole new world with you because that's where they put so much of their time, energy, and effort. So much of their time, energy, and effort is placed in looking for new supply wherever they go. That's what they do 24/7. They don't stop looking for supply. Narcissists, I don't even feel they sleep well because their mind is always running on new supply. Who they're about to groom and love. They have so much time to groom them. They have time to spare to love bomb them and to make them trust them, to make them feel comfortable, secure, let their guard down. That's what they use all that spare time to do. Now let's hit verse 8. Verse 8 says, a whole new world. A whole new world. That's where we'll be. That's where we'll be. A thrilling chase, a wondrous place for you and me. In this verse, it appears that the new target or princess is concurring with the narcissist. She's repeating right after the narcissist whatever the narcissist says. She seems to have fallen for the bait or for the hook. She is agreeing with the narcissist. And, the narcissist seemed to have her eating at the palm of his hand. Whole new world, that's where we'll be. A thrilling chase. So basically, the narcissist is going to be having you chase that fake mask the narcissist presented to you at the beginning. And that's why, you lose yourself, you lose your identity, you betray yourself, you betray who you are authentically, you lose your originality and all the sorts because the narcissist have you dropping parts of yourself along the way just to fit into their mold. And yes, they said the narcissist says a wondrous. Surely the narcissist fake fantasy world is a wondrous place because you will be left in wonder and amazement and shock. And you'll be also left in awe. And they showed you their wondrous place just for you and them where they've isolated you and they've pulled that carpet from under you, they've discarded you, you're left with your jaw dropped open, touching the floor in just awe, shock, and amazement, just in wonder. That was my interpretation of the song. So you be the judge as to whether you feel like, was Aladdin a narcissist? I find it to be quite entertaining going through the verses. Thanks for being here, allowing me to share, and hopefully this was quite helpful to you. Until my next video, take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.